So right before went for the break, we introduced Shamir, and that was just a song that he did 6 years ago. God has been great. We are glad that He's really brought you this far.
It's been amazing.
Provision is a good thing.
What do you feel when you see this video?
Well,
provision, food.
I see growth. You know, I was a boy. You know.
You're a boy.
The audio was done maybe 2-3 years before the video was done.
Oh wow.
Because I was working with a label from Germany called Supersonic. And normally they take a lot of time when they're trying to create something. Because I also worked with Bob's drama and bassist. They were in Nairobi for a few, so we linked up. So it was a new experience for me. And doing the track was really something fresh for me. You know, I was really young.
Also just getting into the game.
Yeah,
right?
I was also just getting into it.
Yeah, and seeing how you've come. I'm really curious to see what you have in store for us today. But before we get into that, what are your social media handles?
My social media handle is Shamir Tadeia. That's everywhere on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can find me. I'm always on. It's always on. Yeah.
All right, so over the years, Manze, you have seen umejiona ukigrow, as in looking at that and looking at you now. Do you have one of those moments unaangalianga video like, wow, hey, I knew that was me?
Well, I think for me,
Adi unasema guy.
It's always been natural for me, you know, because I grew up around a lot of famous people, you know. The Harry Kimanis, the Eric Wainainas. So it was something that I got used to when I was really young. So I never really never really got carried away watching myself on TV or on paper or everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's something I got used to. You know? Yeah. You
were groomed into it way before you got into it.
Yes.
So how has your music been over the years up to date before we get to your recent music, man?
It's been interesting. I've always been working on something different and new every time. Basically, trying to stay. How do you call it?
Afloat.
Trying to stay relevant. Trying to stay afloat. So I've been transitioning from one thing to another.
So that means different. By different, you mean different genres. Like this time you do this, next time you do that, or what do you mean by different?
Mostly musical.
Yeah.
Mostly musical. I took some time off to try and work on my production skills. So I became a producer for quite some time, maybe 2-3 years. So
you're a jack of all trades, huh?
So when I came back to now being an artist.
Do you produce your own music now, or you let somebody else do that?
I'd say I have I like working with a group of producers. I'm not comfortable working with one person.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's good to have different opinions and
and
different ideas. Yeah. So I try to have as many creative people as possible in my space.
You're not one of those people, you do your song, you edit it, you master it, you listen to it yourself and you release it.
No, I don't.
You listen to it yourself.
And you go launch it yourself.
Yeah.
I don't like doing that. I don't like doing that. So basically it's been a transition. It's been a transition from working with Grandpa. That was a different vibe too. And now working with BMG, that I'm trying to really build some really nice things. Yeah.
And what really is the big difference before we get to Ngendo that CK that you have seen from your music, man?
Well,
in terms of production, video, the team you're working with, what's it?
Well, at BMG we're trying something fresh. We're trying something fresh. Maybe it's a bit of we're doing Afro dancehall, a lot of Afro dancehall.
Okay.
And a mixture of different sounds, but mostly and mainly African.
All right.
So that's something we're trying to work on.
It's interesting because you've been a reggae person. Like when we hear of Shamir, we know he's reggae,
Yeah.
And now you're trying to transition to what? Afro dancehall.
Yeah.
How easy or how difficult has that been, considering you've been in the game for some time now? So you've been very comfortable with this is my style, this is my thing, but to remain relevant in this industry, I really need to, be a jack of all trades when it comes to music. So how easy, how difficult has it been?
Well, it all depends on your motivation. It all depends on your motivation, like what drives you as an artist. For me, it's always been about passion. It's always been about the love I have for music, basically, and it's a drug. It's a drug for most artists, you know.
Yeah.
Getting into the studio to you know, you get hooked into it so bad, you know. And you'd be surprised how many songs most artists record in a week, you know. Like you record maybe 10, you end up releasing 1, you know. You record 30, you end up releasing 3 in a year. So it just depends on your motivation and what you want to get from it.
That makes sense. Because I'm imagining if I decided to be a musician today, because I think the industry is so amazing, and then a year later I am forced to transition, I find it very difficult because of, you know, my intentions. Because as you say, passion is a big thing. Passion is everything, actually. It should be your biggest source of motivation. So what do you have for us today? What is it? I'm really, really excited about this one.
I have Ring the Alarm. It's something very, very, it's very new. It's something
different.
Very, very different. Yeah, it's something very different, basically, from a slow tempo, that lovers rock sound, that subtle sound, to, you know,
builds up.
You know, a loud, you know.
All right.
Turning it up kidogo, you know.
Right. Sawa. Let's get ready and see what this song is all about, what this sound is all about.
Perform.
DJ.